So it's very interesting to see the creative minds behind the project, but it's been tons of fun, and I think it's uniquely to me because it's a shoe that can do a lot. It's a versatile shoe.
So it's very interesting to see the creative minds behind the project, but it's been tons of fun, and I think it's uniquely to me because it's a shoe that can do a lot. It's a versatile shoe. Ever wondered what privilege really looks like in women's basketball? Let me paint you a picture. A'ja Wilson's latest Nike stunt. She's strutting around flaunting her new signature shoe, while Caitlin Clark, the player truly revolutionizing the game, is left completely overlooked by the same billion-dollar company. Come on, Andy, you know the question for that, you know the answer for that. We know that she signed with Nike, we know she got screwed, and I mean that we know she got absolutely screwed in that Nike deal. But here's where things get interesting. Wilson stars in a whole campaign about winning, yet when it came to crunch time in the playoffs it was a disaster, disappointing ratings and embarrassing exit. It's not the kind of performance you'd expect from someone being branded as the face of the sport. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is out here shattering records, making history, and using her growing platform to lift the entire WNBA. One of them seems caught up in self-congratulations while the other is focused on a bigger, more meaningful mission. A lot of hard work, but also a lot of fun. And I have an awesome team that is trying to put my weird words that I say into a shoe, which is crazy cause I'm like, I want the thing that goes the thing, and then they're like, okay, we got it. So who's really got the privilege here? A'ja. In this video we're diving deep into Wilson and Clark's contrasting Nike appearances, dissecting their drastically different messages and revealing why even with Nike dropping the ball, Clark remains a class act, an inspiring role model, and a powerful brand ambassador. Are you ready? Let's go. If you are a signed athlete, if you're a signature athlete, it doesn't really matter how much money you make of your initial deal. All that really matters is how much money you are making from the shoes, and you won't believe the fiasco A'ja Wilson has landed herself in with her Nike deal. It's the kind of marketing misstep that feels like watching a train wreck in slow motion, and we've got the best seat in the house. Remember when Nike hyped up A'ja's signature shoe like it was the second coming? Yeah, well, turns out that hype came with a steep cost that's bound to backfire on them for years to come. But while they were busy rolling out the red carpet for Wilson, Caitlin Clark stormed in and rewrote the entire narrative. He struck absolute gold when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year $28 million endorsement deal. So why in the world are they ignoring her? Have now Nike's in full panic mode, sweating bullets over the colossal blunder they've made. They completely missed the mark on the biggest phenomenon to hit women's basketball in well forever. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson's off polishing her MVP trophies, convinced she's still the hottest name in the game. News flash: A'ja, it's Caitlin Clark's world now, and everyone else is just living in it. Want to know how desperate things have gotten? Nike's running in circles trying to figure out how to keep A'ja from looking like yesterday's headline. But let's face it, the ship's not just sailed, it's capsized, sunk, and is now a relic of the past at this stage. It is just the company fumbling the bag in a generational fashion. Here's the juicy part: word on the street is that Nike is terrified of the backlash they'd face if they gave Caitlin her own shoe before A'ja. Can you believe that they're so worried about hurting A'ja's ego that they're reportedly delaying Caitlin's launch until 2026? That's not just dropping the ball, that's fumbling it straight out of the stadium. Jerry, Nike's Q2 earnings CEO Elliott Hill indicates Caitlin SH will be coming for the 2026 season. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is out here rewriting the record books, packing arenas, and giving women's basketball a whole new shine. She's inked a jaw-dropping $28 million deal with Nike over 8 years, and what does she have to show for it? Absolute crickets. No promo, no shoe, no nothing, and trust me, her fans are furious. And Nike's genius fix for this disaster: make Caitlin wait even longer, because you know that's totally fair, right? Anyone can wear is not a big man shoe, a big woman shoe. It's a shoe that it's going to be comfortable for everyone, and I hope everyone feels that. So I think it's uniquely to me because it is something that's it can adapt and adjust to anything. And I feel like that's me. Here's the bottom line: Nike's neck deep in a PR disaster, desperately trying to juggle A'ja Wilson's inflated ego while Caitlin Clark's popularity skyrockets. Spoiler alert, it's not going well. This mess is like watching a circus with no ringmaster, and trust me, the chaos is far from over. But how is Caitlin handling all of this? Remember when A'ja Wilson threw shade at other players, accusing them of having privilege? PA reminds me a lot of dud, like you say you're not really about me, and she knows how her privilege has gotten her for that point, and also like she's good at basketball, but like she understands her privilege. It's like her over-the-top innocent. It reminds me a lot of you, and I think, and I mean, that's a combo B. Oh, the irony. Looks like Miss High and Mighty has landed herself in the ultimate foot and mouth moment. But here's the best part: Caitlin Clark's response. It's the kind of classy mic drop moment that'll make you want to stand up and cheer the Real Difference between Caitlyn and Asia isn't just about who's draining more shots, it's all about their mindset, and trust me, the contrast couldn't be any clearer. The more people can get out and watch the W or watch the college game or whatever it is, the better it's going to be for the future of the game. Asia Wilson's out here strutting like she's royalty, acting like the court belongs to her and everyone else is just lucky to exist in her shadow. News flash: Asia, nobody owes you a thing. That whole the star energy, it's wearing out faster than Christmas leftovers. Now let's talk about Caitlin Clark. She's smashing records left and right, rewriting the history books, and yet you'd never guess it from her demeanor. She's humble, grounded, and constantly giving credit where it's due to her teammates. It's almost like she doesn't realize she's the biggest name in women's basketball right now. And here's the best part: Caitlin isn't sitting around throwing shade or complaining about Nike. Instead, she's leveraging her platform to uplift the entire WNBA. At a recent Nike event, she didn't focus on herself. She said the amount of people that have showed up in the stadiums, from the viewership numbers to people really wanting to wear a WNBA player's jersey or buy their merch or whatever it is, or have their shoe, just how it's evolved in that such a short period of time, I think shows everyone there is real opportunity here, and there has been opportunity here. That's what Leaders SH looks like. It's about vision, humility, and lifting others, not just yourself when things don't go Asia Wilson's way. She's faster to point fingers than a kid in a candy store after a tough game against the New York Liberty. She wed. I just feel like we're not getting the calls we deserve. It's frustrating when you're playing hard and it feels like the refs aren't seeing it. Boohoo. Asia, ever think about playing better instead of blaming the refs? But also it goes hand in hand, and that's it. And if I get mine for this, I'm terribly sorry, but it's ridiculous. We've been going through this all season, so hey, they got. Now compare that to Caitlin Clark. She owns her mistakes like a true professional. After a bad game, she's the first to admit, I need to step up for my team. I can't let them down like that. We win together, we lose together, and I take that responsibility seriously. That's what real leadership sounds like. Caitlin, it's said that the best point guards are more worried about their teammates than they are about themselves. What do you like more, setting your teammates up or scoring the ball yourself? Honestly, I think setting my teammates up. I think that just provides so much more energy to the team. It gets everybody going, and when everybody can touch the ball and get going in that way, I think it just everybody just flows a little bit better. The offense flows a little bit better. And let's talk about how they treat their teammates. Asia acts like she's carrying the entire team on her back. Meanwhile, Caitlyn's constantly lifting up her squad, saying things like, I wouldn't be where I am without my teammates. They challenge me every day to be better, and I'm grateful for every single one of them. Do you see the difference? Bottom line, Asia Wilson entitled attitude isn't winning her any fans. It's driving them away. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try to be the best. I get y'all saying best player in the world. That's great, it looks great, but I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate, cause that's how I get the best out of my team. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's humility and sense of accountability are pulling people into women's basketball like never before. One fan summed it up perfectly: Caitlin is the kind of player you can't help but root for. She's incredibly talented, but she never forgets where she came from or who helped her along the way. And here's the thing, this difference in attitude isn't just about winning a popularity contest, it's the kind of thing that shapes careers. Sure, Asia might have the hardware right now, but Caitlyn's got the hearts of the fans, and in the long run that connection, the genuine admiration and respect of the people is what truly matters. I came to see Caitlin Clark tonight. Oh, got to watch number 22. I've been watching Caitlin for a couple of years. Since then I've dreamed about coming to a game. Alright, let's forget Asia's pity party for a moment and focus on someone who's actually transforming the game.